Well, hello again. It's Reviewy McReviewface coming back at you with episode 2 of the Tamworth tastings. And today, we're doing something a little spooky. That's right, we are back to Tamworth Distilling from New Hampshire. If you haven't checked out the first episode of this series, please go ahead and click that link after you finish watching this video. The first tasting we did from Tamworth was the one that caught my eye originally, and that was the Eau de Musc made with beaver castoreum. Today, though, we're looking at another one of their very interesting and very uniquely local offerings, and that is the Graverobber Unholy Whiskey. Now, what makes this whiskey so unholy? Well, it is flavored with maple. Maple trees that grow on the edge of a colonial graveyard. That's right, so this apparently is considered a bit of a taboo in New England to tap these unholy maple trees that have drawn their nutrients up through the soil, through these dead bodies. But Tamworth has decided that it's worth the risk to go ahead and use this forbidden maple syrup in their 3-year aged rye whiskey. So, as it says, live free or die, Graverobber's maple-flavored whiskey with, literally, the spirits of the dead. Made from malignant old maple, whose roots happen to burrow deep into a nearby unmarked colonial-era graveyard. Very spooky stuff. Now, again, Tamworth is playing with flavors that might traditionally be called Canadian. So again, I'd like to thank Lisa and Jai for helping bring this devilishly delightful alcohol up to Canada for me to taste. So this is a 3-year-old rye flavored with maple, which, yeah, it sounds quite light, quite nice. I do enjoy a maple flavor in my boozes. Since we did it last time, might as well do it again. The old cork sniff. Smells like cork. Make sure we don't get too much of the sealing wax there, and give it a little pour. Again, I am being very stingy with these pours because I do want to make these liquors last. Again, this is a 200 milliliter bottle, about almost half of a Coke size, and it is about $60. Now this one was first launched upon the world in 2019, and last I checked, it's a little bit hard to come by, so I'm quite grateful to have it here to taste. So let's see if the spirits move me. Cheers. Right off the hop, you do get that nice rye scent. And it is worth noting that Tamworth Distilling, a lot of small distilleries will just bring in the neutral spirits made off-site. They actually make all of their own neutral spirits. So they are really, truly, from scratch, small, local distilling, which is really neat to see. They're very proud of the waters in the aquifers that they use. They say that they come up through granite, which can't be fracked, so it's nice and fresh and clean, and some of the most beautiful, amazing waters, which of course everybody says. But yeah, it does seem to be working for them so far. Let's give it a taste. Oh my lord. That is one of the most maple-forward whiskeys I have ever had. It is a punch in the face of beautiful, rich maple syrup.
Do I detect a hint of darkness?
I do not, but it is really nice. The interesting thing is, it's not overly sweet, which you might say, well, how can it be maple without being overly sweet? But it is. It's just got all that richness and the spiciness, if you can call it that, of maple syrup, without any of the cloying sweetness or the thickness. That is everything you could ever ask for in a maple whiskey, I tell you. That is absolutely delightful. As to the nutrients from the maple trees, yes, is it a bit gimmicky? I think so, but I mean, really, if we're looking at anything that Tamworth puts out, there's a lot that goes into the story and a lot that goes into the branding of it. And it's not surprising. If you look back at the history of Tamworth, which does not go back that far, you're looking at it being developed by a man who helped to develop Hendrick's gin. Hendrick's gin, you might think, goes back quite a long ways, but no, it goes back to the 1990s. That's right, Hendrick's is a relatively new invention with some really clever marketing behind it to make you think it's an older gin. Same thing with Sailor Jerry, although no one would think that the rum there is that old, but it's a beautiful piece of marketing that gets you to buy that particular rum over any other. I think that's what you're seeing here with Tamworth, is some beautiful marketing and some clever ideas, but then supported on the back end by a quality product. You know, if I sipped this and it didn't taste good, then the marketing falls flat. The story behind it doesn't work if you don't enjoy both the story and how it ends. So this may be taking nutrients from Colonial graves to make maple syrup so unholy that no one dare use it. But if you dare, the rewards are just sweet enough. So that one is definitely going to be one that, again, will take a place of honor in my whiskey collection. I will be enjoying every last sip of it. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure you click that subscribe button and the bell for notifications. There will be 2 more episodes of this 4-episode series coming as we taste our way through Tamworth distilling. This has been episode 2, and I do have to say the Graverobber Unholy Rye Whiskey is to die for. I'm Reviewy McReviewface. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next review.